Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am absolutely thrilled to be here on behalf of your teachers to welcome you to second grade at Dobie Elementary. We're calling this special explainer Parent University, and it's designed to give you everything you need to know to ensure your child has an amazing year. Second grade is honestly such a magical time. It's a year of tremendous growth, and our overarching theme for this year is fostering student independence. We're going to partner together to help your children grow into confident, capable, and responsible learners. Okay, let's dive right into this. Here is a quick roadmap of what we'll be covering in this explainer. First, a welcome to Parent University. Then we'll look at daily routines and independence, classroom behavior and rewards, the English language arts curriculum, our math and science adventures, and finally, school policies and communication. So, starting with Section 1, Welcome to Parent University, Fostering Independence in Second Grade. This year is truly a pivotal time for your students. They are transitioning away from those early primary years, and they're really ready to take on much more age-appropriate tasks and daily decision-making. To capture the spirit of this, I actually want to read a quote directly from your teacher's welcome letter. They wrote, "As your child grows older, they naturally develop a greater capacity for responsibility and independence." And that is exactly our shared collaborative goal. By stepping back just a little bit and allowing them to assume more responsibility, we can powerfully foster their self-confidence, their problem-solving skills, and a real true sense of ownership over their own actions and learning. That brings us to Section 2, Daily Routines and Independence, the building blocks of our day. These daily steps are the foundational building blocks of our classroom, and mastering them is really the very first step in building that confidence we just talked about. Let's walk through what morning arrival looks like. Step 1, the school doors open at 7:10 a.m. for free breakfast. Step 2 involves students unpacking their own bags and checking their daily binder all on their own. For Step 3, they will independently write down any important reminders right into their student planner. And finally, Step 4 is when instruction begins promptly at 7:40 a.m. I really want to emphasize why arriving closer to 7:10 a.m. is so beneficial. It gives your child plenty of time to eat, unpack, and get their mind ready without feeling rushed or frantic before that 7:40 a.m. bell rings. It just completely sets them up for a calm, successful day. Now, part of their routine also includes our daily specials classes. Here is a quick review of the schedule so you know exactly what to expect. On Mondays and Fridays, students will have physical education. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, they have music, and Wednesdays are for art. Please definitely take note of those physical education days on Monday and Friday because that is exactly when your child needs to make sure they are wearing their sneakers to safely run and play. Let's move to Section 3 and see how this builds into classroom behavior and rewards, encouraging positive choices. A smooth morning routine naturally sets the stage for fantastic daytime behavior, and we want to encourage those positive choices every single day. In our classroom, we use the CHAMPS expectations to guide behavior. And to be totally transparent, we want to impartially contrast how we handle the choices students make. When students follow expectations, they earn wonderful rewards, class dojo points, positive praise, happy notes sent home, and eventually, the ultimate prize, a visit to the class treasure box. However, if a student does need behavioral redirection, there are structured consequences. These begin with verbal warnings, time for reflection, parent contact, and specific number codes written in the daily binder so you always know exactly what is happening in the classroom. So what happens if those behavior codes start to add up? Well, if a student receives 5 or more marks for a specific behavior during a single grading quarter, it will result in an N on their report card. And based on our school policy, an N means the student will unfortunately not receive citizenship for that quarter. We absolutely want to work together to ensure those numbers stay low and those dojo points stay incredibly high. Moving right along to Section 4, English Language Arts Curriculum, Reading and Writing. This year, the standards are definitely rigorous, but they are also incredibly exciting, and your teachers are so ready to make reading and writing come alive. Let's just slow down for a second and break down these foundational reading skills so it doesn't feel overwhelming at all. In phonics, your second graders will be decoding much more complex words. They're going to learn about variable vowel teams, how to spot open and close syllables, and how to navigate those tricky silent letters. Then for reading comprehension, we are moving way beyond just summarizing. Students will actually be analyzing the plot structure, identifying the overarching themes of literary texts, exploring different characters' perspectives, and even identifying rhyme schemes in poetry. It is a massive, exciting year for reading growth. And hey, they won't just be reading, they are going to be prolific writers too. This year, students will learn to write narratives using logical sequences and transitions to tell a really great story. They'll write expository texts where they have to provide clear introductions, facts, and strong conclusions. They will also write opinion pieces, and this is highly important. They will learn how to state an opinion and support it with specific reasons and cited evidence. Giving reasoning for their thoughts is a huge focus this year. The best part is, you can easily support these big academic goals right from your living room. Here are some practical, warm tips for at-home learning. Ask your child about the plots of the stories they're reading. Practice spotting those open and closed syllables on street signs or in everyday books you have lying around. And, one of my favorites, encourage them to write the weekly grocery list. It's amazing how much a simple grocery list helps them practice spelling, phonics, and handwriting in a real-world way. All right, let's jump into Section 5, Math and Science Adventures, Exploring Our World. This is where students get to roll up their sleeves and start exploring exactly how our world works through numbers and nature. In our math curriculum, students will tackle a really diverse set of topics. We're going to build their number sense all the way up to 1,000. They will learn measurement, which includes practical life skills like telling time, measuring length, and counting money. We will introduce algebraic reasoning and geometry, exploring 2D figures, perimeter, and symmetry. They're also going to dive into fractions, understanding halves, thirds, and fourths, and learn how to collect and interpret data using tables and bar graphs. The main takeaway here is that absolutely all of these concepts will be applied to real-world problem solving. Over in science, we are covering 3 major domains. We have Earth science, where they study weather patterns, the sun's energy, and rocks. In physical science, they will look at the properties of matter, forces, and gravity. And finally, in life science, they will explore the human body alongside plant and animal life cycles. And this brilliantly illustrates how second graders actually learn to think like scientists by asking questions, investigating, and gathering real evidence. Which brings us to our final section, Section 6, School Policies and Communication, Staying Connected. To make all of this incredible learning possible, parents and teachers need to maintain a strong, connected partnership all year long. So please take a moment to scan this QR code to join our classroom on Class Dojo. Class Dojo is the absolute preferred method for daily communication. It's where you will get quick messages, class announcements, and digital flyers. Your teachers will not be sending home paper copies of flyers this year, so getting connected on Class Dojo is literally essential for staying in the loop. When it comes to school policies, safety is our ultimate priority. For that reason, I need to firmly but warmly remind everyone that all dismissal changes absolutely must be submitted in writing with a parent's signature. We cannot accept dismissal changes via email, through Class Dojo, or through verbal messages. It must be physically written down on paper to ensure your child gets exactly where they need to go safely at the end of the day. We also have a very clear school policy regarding student birthdays. To keep our classrooms focused and completely safe for all students, especially those with allergies, birthday celebrations must not include any food or treats. There are no parties permitted, and no birthday invitations can be distributed at school. Instead, we will make your child feel incredibly special by celebrating with a joyful classroom chorus of Happy Birthday. Now, we love our parent volunteers, but please remember that Hillsborough County Public Schools requires an official online application to be completed before you can volunteer on campus for any events whatsoever. Please fill that out as early as possible so you are cleared and ready to go when the time comes. We also highly encourage you to join the Dobie Parent-Teacher Association. It is a fantastic way to support the school, meet other families, and help fund some truly meaningful programs. Which leaves us with one final inspiring thought. Just look at everything your child is going to accomplish this year. The big question is, how will you partner with your teachers this year to help your second grader build independence and reach for the stars? Whether it's checking that daily binder, reading together on the couch, or just encouraging them to pack their own backpack in the morning, every little bit helps. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Your teachers are incredibly excited for this journey with you, and it is going to be a fantastic year.